what was your first car?
Fishback Show.
So we've been doing some reminiscing here, past couple of shows talking about other craziness. Let's talk about our first car. Now, we were certainly not one of these lucky souls that turned 16. Here's your brand new car, son. No. I don't know if yours was similar, but like I was 16, so I had here's $1,600 that your grandma's giving you $100 for every year. Find the best car that you can find because you're 16 and you're probably going to run it into a ditch. So I was able to, like, keep in mind, when we were 16, it was what, 1996, 97? Yeah. So,
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. I was able to go down every penny I had and got a 1980 Ford F-150. What do we call her?
Affectionately termed Big Red.
Yes, it was a beast. But I loved it with all my heart and soul.
It was a nice machine. The Big Red machine.
That's right. What I'm trying to recall your first one, and I think I remember your second car more than your first. But
What?
the Cherokee.
That was number 2.
Yeah,
Cherokee
see, I recall the Cherokee from our college days.
Yeah.
You didn't have the first one very long then.
Well, I guess no, but it was
Okay.
a truck as well.
Okay.
It was a few years newer than yours.
Oh yes.
An 86.
Whoa.
86 Toyota. And I don't think they even had model numbers on Toyota trucks or model names. It was just Toyota truck.
Toyota truck.
86 Toyota truck.
This was before Tundras and
Yeah.
all that
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah. It was
It just goes out the ceiling and it stamps truck.
truck. It was nice. It was great.
86.
I think it had probably as many rust spots as yours had, you know.
I doubt it.
No.
No.
That's the thing. You paint your truck red to match the rust.
That's kind of the idea that we had, at least. Mine was so crazy because it had the shifter on it. It was manual, if you guys know what manual is. So reverse was up here in the top. And then it only had 3 forward gears. And getting from first to second was like...
It's like an anti-theft device. Nobody can drive it except you.
Oh gosh, no. Famously, speaking of which, do you remember when our buddy's Chad dad tried to move my truck that morning? Were you there?
I don't know.
We crashed at his house one night, and my truck was evidently blocking the van, so they couldn't take Chad's sister to the zoo. So he decides to try to move it, and all I hear inside was like, "Arr! Arr!" Like my gearbox just grinding to a halt. And I think he finally just threw it in neutral and like let it coast enough out of the way to get it out. It was an absolute piece. Oh my goodness! But I loved it. What is your memory?
Well, I remember my 86 Toyota. It had like I don't know if they call it extended cab or micro extended cab. It was very small. You had like this much extra room and like a little shelf back there. There weren't even seats. You know, some will have the tiny little seat.
Oh yeah.
It was just enough room for a little window to make it look bigger, and then a shelf. And I didn't know what to put back there. But my cousin, who was much older than me, he was a doctor as well, and he had a lot of money. And out of the blue, he was like, "Do you want this giant speaker?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want a giant speaker."
Absolutely.
So it was like a cabinet. It was like already pre-built cabinet. It had like a huge woofer, I guess, in the middle, and then 2 mids and 2 tweeters. And so I hooked that bad boy up right here behind me, right behind the seat.
Yeah.
Blasting out the Led Zeppelin and
Just cruising.
Johnny Cash at Madison Square Garden and stuff like that.
Well, and everybody knew it too because, well, the air conditioner didn't work in your car, so the windows were constantly down.
Yeah.
You had this back sliding glass window was open. I had 2 big old cabinets behind my seats too because I don't know what you were supposed to put behind your seats. You couldn't put anything else back there but like speakers.
Speakers and in my truck. I decided to do something. You know, I'd heard all these rednecks at school talking about mudding and driving in the mud.
What is mudding?
Four-wheeling, and how much fun it was. I was like, I gotta try that sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try it. So I was by myself, and I went over to my parents' farm and just mudding out in the field, you know, all this stuff. And I finished, and I was like, that wasn't half as fun as I thought it would be.
No, it's not.
But now I've done it. Now I'm gonna go home. So I drive home, and I'm, you know, get up to about 35 miles an hour, and I notice a serious performance issue. The steering wheel's like
More than usual.
it's literally like, what the crap is happening? I was like, I've totally ruined the truck. It's totally screwed up. I get back to the apartment. I call my dad. I was like, Dad, that truck's messed up. Here's what it's doing, and I described it to him. He's like, you just bent the wheels. You know, chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the chill out.
No.
He said,
Stop talking, son. You've been doing
nothing about trucks. You go to the tire place, the wheel place down there. Get them to check it out. I think you bent your wheels. So I go down there. They say, you bent the wheels. You need all 4 new wheels. Here's how much it's going to be. I don't remember, but...
More than the cost of
at
your
that
truck.
time, I'm like, oh, I can't. No, I can't pay that, or I don't want to pay that. So I call him, and he says, okay, here's what you do. You go to Bristol. I was in Johnson City at the time. And he said, you got to go to my guy in Bristol to get a deal. So I had to drive all the way from Johnson City to Bristol, which is how many miles?
At least, like, let's say 20.
20 miles on a road where the speed limit is 55.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't go over 35.
As your...
So if I got over 35, it was crazy. So I'm like, 30, 32, cruising in there. I get a lot of honks, a lot of gestures that I can't replicate or don't want to replicate here.
One finger salutes.
Yeah. You're number one, buddy. Mm-hmm. Speed it up. So that was fun.
Doesn't sound like fun.
It wasn't. It was the opposite of fun.
Thanks, Dad.
Facetiously fun. He did pay for the rims, so...
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Worked out good. Well, that's fun. Good times.
Yeah.
God rest their truck souls.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened after that point, but they're long gone. But, oh my goodness, we forgot. We have, like, a new sponsor, and we didn't throw them in the beginning. So
what's happening is we're saving it for the end because it's the best sponsor.
Great transition. So they are...
Our new sponsor, Miss Kim's School of Dance. If you can't dance, go there. She'll teach you how to dance. And let's be honest, people, you probably can't dance.
If you're watching this video, you're like us.
You can't dance.
It's, call it Miss Kim. She'll help you out. But she'll help you out, and you can help us out. Right. Comment on this internet picture of the day, like it, subscribe, and we'll be right back next time.
Fishback Show. I thought we were going to do it together.
No, let's do it now.
Fishback
Show.